Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. Today, my name is Kamil and today is 12th of March 2020. Welcome to live number 76. Today, we're going to talk about strength and why it's not so simple. There's so much more to it than you can expect. So, let's just go straight to the point. Listen, this is what I did today. I walked into the room, I asked my wife to stop the video that she was watching, and I asked her, give me 3 arguments why you as women, you like your guy to be physically strength, have physical strength. And she told me, first of all, out of the blue, right there, she just, shoot the first argument is right there, that it's sexual appealing. And I thought, interesting, that's something to think about. Second, she said, obviously, that's about feeling protected and feeling safe with you. So I would know that if you have physical strength, then you will be able to protect me. Number 3, she said, whenever I'm going to need you, I know that I'll be able to count on you. Because, whatever it's need to be pulled or lifted or opened or whatever, you're going to be there able to help me. But she said, there's something more to it. Because most of the time when the guy is physically, he is strong man, it means that he's practicing, that he's doing something to be fit and to be this way. So we need to understand that it tells us a lot about who you are as a person. Because if you keep your training regime, it means that you've got strong willpower, that you're able to cross another barrier of pain or another barrier of fear, and you are able to push yourself farther than you thought, or you become someone become more than you've been before. And it's all in your head. And so then I know that you're going to bring all of this to the relationship. And then I just know who I want to be with. And that's appealing, because I don't want to be with some, fluffy woos who's going to be so boring and passive that it's going to be hard to be with him, few days after we start to be together. So that's very important to know that we go much deeper into seeing what is there. And I thought, wow, this is impressive, because it shows all of this in completely different light than you might want to think, especially as a guy who never practiced anything and didn't work on your physical appearance and strength. But first of all, what I want you to understand is that all of this is seen by ladies as your pros, as your features, something that they want to see in you, and they have like a deep motives why. So I want you to understand that this is something that's your strength. It's not just there, and it's not something that you might have or not. She wants you to have it. So it's a feature that you may gain from. So point number 2, maybe now when you know it, and you know how deep they go in reading all of this, maybe it's time to do something about it. And listen, you don't have to be Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime, but maybe you just want to start doing something. Maybe running, maybe just some push-ups, just something that you'll be able to do, because as my wife told me, it's all about the process. Because if you're consistent in something, this is something that kind of they observe and they see right away. And I can tell you many examples, and I saw that all the time, that when I start to run, she wanted to run with me, especially if I'm consistent in it. If I'm starting to stretch, she wants to stretch with me. And so many other examples. It's fascinating, because I never thought about it until I saw it in practice. That when I'm able to do something consistently, that I just prove that I be able to lead in this, she just want to join me. She just want to be, because she's drawn to me being consistent and being this kind of leader in this thing in our relationship. So this is the features, and you want to get some points from it. Second, maybe it's time to do something about it. But 3, you want to understand, but you may want to look at this from her perspective. And then you will see that we are completely overpowered. We are testosterone driven, And it's so much easier for us to build muscles. It's so much easier for us to cross the other barrier of fear and pain and so on. We can take a lot, especially if you fight. They can hit you and kick you. You can take it, and then you know that when you really are good in this training, then you know that when you start sweating like a pig, that's when your training just starts, not ends. And many of them are not able to go through this. It's just too much for them. Although I know ladies that are gonna shred you into pieces if you try to fight them. But that being said, we are overpowered. This is something that is unique, given to us, so we could use it. We could use it for them, and that's the whole point. That's why they see it as a positive, because exactly as my wife said, she can feel safe. She can feel that she can count on you to help her, and that you have this willpower to do this or that and bring this completely opposite thing than the passiveness to the relationship. That's exactly what they want. But the point number 3, the one thing that you need to understand: if you're overpowered, you never want to use it against her. Because the moment you're gonna do it, first time that you're gonna lift your hand against her, slap her, hit her, push her, just because you wanted to prove the point in the argument, you're done. Because, well, you'll prove your point, but in the long run, you'll see that the moment she'll start to be afraid of you, all those positive things that you had in your strength and your manhood from this perspective, it's gonna turn into cons, not pros, because she will start to be afraid of you, and she will have to take into consideration that whatever you are overpowered over her, you can use against her. So this is what I want to kind of underline: never use your strength against her. It's for her protection, not for hurting her. And listen, I'm not selling anything, but if you're really interested in this, I've got, like, I don't know, 20 minutes video in a training that I'm just preparing. You can go to my website. And I'm just telling you because some of you will be really interested in this, and that's going to be a very important subject, but it takes a long time to talk about it, because you need to understand how they all goes, this whole argument stuff. So just saying. But remember, the one thing that you need to learn from all this, because that's like a consolidating this to one simple thing: you've got to learn how to control emotions. Because look, this whole thing happens. Some guys are just raising hands against their girls just because they are so overwhelmed by emotions in argument that their girl is making them so mad, or you are allowing her to make you so mad, that you just want to prove the point that you can win this argument. And this is something that she would not be able to fight you. So you're gonna hit her, or you're gonna use your strength against her, and then you're done. So number 3, control your emotions. Number 4, this is something that you want to kind of take it and go towards positive. You might want to kind of program, maybe that's a strong word, but you want to use this whole thing to prove her that this is for her benefit. So whenever you should prove that you're strong, you open this jar, you drag those suitcases in your holdings, and she says that well, you're so strong, or whatever. Or maybe she's not saying nothing, but you can see it on her face that you did something that she couldn't. Just go there, hug her, kiss her. Build this kind of picture in her head that whenever your strength is used, it's going to be used, and she will feel hugged and loved, and that this thing was given to you, and that you understand that it was given to you to help her, to serve her, so she could feel completely safe in your arms. So again, first of all, you need to understand that your physical strength and all of those things that she mentioned about protection, about helping her, about how they see your willpower in you working on yourself. All those things are positive things, your features that she wants to see in you, and you can get a lot of points by this. Second, now when you know it, you may want to do something about it. You don't have to be the star of the biggest guy in the office, but just do something, because whatever you're going to do, it'll prove her that you're making some progress, and she can trust you with it. Number 3, never use your strength against her. Never use it against her. So control your emotions, because that's gonna be the moment that you might lose it. And 4, use it to her benefit. Whenever you'll use your strength, whenever you just prove that you're this kind of guy who is strong, then just hug her and kiss her, and so she would know that your strength is only for her benefit, and she can feel completely safe in your arms. Because listen, this is what I want you to understand to get from this video. That for many of you, physical strength, training and do this whole, going to the gym, it might sound like a very shallow thing. But now when you understand how she looks at all of this, what she's trying to read from, in between the lines, now you can get to conclusion that maybe it's time to do something about it. Because not only in this whole process you'll be able to become a guy who is stronger, guy who is, feel fit, and you basically feel like a man. Not only will be able to get something that you'll be able to use to help her, and that she'll be able to look at you and appreciate this, but also in the process of that, you'll be able to build respect in her, and maybe some sex appeal that she'll really like to see in you, right? So that's why I want you to understand this all, and I want you to play it right. So listen, think about it and do something about it, because listen, it's really worthwhile. See you tomorrow.